Alright, hey guys, this is Fishy the Gamer, active streamer on Warmane, and common YouTube creator for a lot of tutorial content and other Warmane Lordaeron content. Any of the content that I make is for all of Warmane, but specifically this is on Warmane server. Now I'm here to tell you about a very active and known player named Fainted who ninja looted in a raid of one of my guild members. It was recorded in HD, and I'd like to show you guys all what happened. So let's watch the video. It has a weird ass name, but I'm gonna post this video so you guys can all see. And this is where I'm gonna be quiet and everybody can watch as this player says that he's rolling tank, and he's actually rolling for his DPS, and then he ninja loots the items, taking the items, effectively saying fuck you to the guild member who is main spec rolling. So here is the video.
Alright, so we're gonna look right here. This guy said he was rolling for tank. For tank. Look, he said roll. Look at this. This is a hunter, shoulders, agility, intellect. And he said
Alright, first off, I just want to point out to the fact that these shoulders are not for Death Knight. He is a Death Knight. He's in his Frost presence, so this item is not even considered main spec for a Death Knight. No matter what you say, you can say it's DPS, whatever. It has intellect, and it's suboptimal for a Death Knight, and at best you'd be able to roll off spec it for it if you need it, or you can be the last roll of a main spec roll if absolutely nobody else of Hunter, Rogue, or any spec and player that can use this as a main spec. So this, even if it's considered a DPS item, it is not a DPS item for a plate wearer, and especially not a Death Knight who has no use for intellect. So this is a ninja. If he takes this item, he is not allowed to roll on this as a main spec item. That's just the way rolling is, because intellect is not a Death Knight. So let's continue with the video.
main spec roll, and he used actually the tank. And he said, look right here. I said I'm rolling tank, sorry. And his shoulders again. Then he's saying, oh, attack power. And I said intellect for DK. And he said, so what?
Just a comment on this. As a Death Knight main, everybody on the server knows who I am. I'm a Fishbro DK. That's my character name. I would never consider rolling on these as a main spec. And yes, I do have these on the non-heroic version. I have these for my DPS spec. But I would never main spec roll these because this is not optimal for a Death Knight. Although yes, it is useful because it has attack power and armor penetration and haste and everything and a whole bunch of DPS things. The haste is not optimal on the Death Knight, nor is the intellect. So this should have been given to this hunter right here.
Let's see what happens. He said, come in Discord. I'm showing what I said. I'm rolling DPS MS. But he says right here, I said I'm rolling tank.
Now, even if my friend right here, Johnny, misunderstood his intentions by what he's saying, that he's not rolling for tank when he says sorry, DPDK, he probably typoed or something, but even if he's meant to roll main spec DPS as a Death Knight, that is not an that is still not an item that a Death Knight is allowed to main spec roll for DPS, because it's not a Death Knight DPS item.
So where is he? He's in Dalaran. My shoulders. And now he left the group. He left the group. Report him.
Alright, so everybody watched this whole video in the last 5 minutes. You can watch as fainted. I can't have music like that in the video. Sorry. Everybody watched as fainted ninja looted a hunter optimal item from a hunter and took it as a DK because he was selfish and wanted DPS items. And not only that, he did state that he was rolling tank and then rolled for DPS as his main spec. So he lied about what he's rolling for, and then proceeded to ninja loot it not only as the main spec item. So he went from off spec to main spec, and he ninja'd that way. But even if he argued against that, he still ninja looted the item because it's not a Death Knight optimal DPS item. It's like let's consider Blood Queen's Choker on 25-man heroic being rolled between a hunter or a mage. The mage would not be able to get ninja looted from the hunter just because the hunter can use the spell power and the intellect, and it would be helpful because the hunter would be getting haste and crit and all these DPS items. It would not be considered a hunter roll. The hunter would get it only in an off spec roll, in any roll prior to a disenchant roll, because it's main spec mage, it's main spec caster DPS. So as a male item and as an intellect item with haste, a Death Knight is not allowed to roll on that. So him taking these is a ninja loot. So I'm gonna let this conclude the end of the video. Take what this from you want, but I will no longer be allowing this player in any of my raids because that's unfair and unjust. He never considered giving it back, and he ignored me for asking him inquiries about why he ninja looted and why he took the item. And then not only that, he ignored Johnny immediately after the video, and overall he just took all the loot and left with it and ignored everybody. And I wasn't even in the raid. I wasn't even here for the raid. I was still at work. But I don't find injustice being acceptable on this server. So if the GMs don't ban this player, if they don't like give the loot to Johnny or do something justifiable in the situation, then all I can do is just show everybody what this player has done and let you guys make from it what you will. Maybe you can raid ban him, but he's no longer allowed to raid with the ICC raiders. And I'm hoping that Gang Gang also raid bans him from their guild raids because this player is very, I don't know, rude, bogus. It's there. I don't have any words to describe the situation. It's just unfair. It's unjust. Maybe he has like lack of knowledge or something, but the gear should be given to the hunter. This is completely out of question. If this was a random hunter or one of my guild members, being a DK, I'd be like, yeah, let me just give my guild member some suboptimal gear and say, fuck this random hunter dude because he's a guild member. No, I wouldn't do that because that's unfair. I would give the best gear optimization to the hunter and tell him, hey, sorry, bud, this has intellect on it, it has haste, you're not going to get this item because it's not a DK item. You're going to want these shoulders, and I'd link him something like Behemoth shoulder plates. Now, this guy taking the heroic version of the agility item is really bogus because the bind and equip hunter shoulder plates, Behemoth's rage plates or whatever, are bind and equip, and they're only 6,000 gold on the auction house. Whereas this is a 10-man heroic only item, so he completely screwed this hunter. Now, if this hunter is not able to get into a 10-man heroic anytime soon that is successful in killing Sarfang, this is his only chance at getting the loot that he needed to get into the better guild runs and better pug runs and stuff, because good gear is not easy to come by, especially on Warmane. So I'll let you guys make from it what you want, but I'm gonna stop the video there, and I hope you guys all have a good day. And I hope the GMs watching this video accept what he has done and ban him. And not just a 5-day ban or a 30-day ban. I'm hoping it's a permanent ban, or at least a 30-day ban with the return of the loot. Even though he gemmed it, he should be able to have his loot removed from his account and given to the hunter. So I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video.